Make your way south across the bridge and onto Tien's Landing.
Здорово. Здорово, здорово. Паркуйся. Смотри.
Do you feel that? Something is here. Something that hates the living.
Longsword. Thousand cuts.
You fell from the sky, but despite the maddened spirits here, you will benefit. A spirit monk was here long ago, fleeing the destruction that orphaned you. He carried a piece of your amulet. It was separated, broken apart, so your enemies could not find it easily. You have the first piece. It trains your abilities now. The second piece fell here with its mind. These three pieces are physical, but there is one more.
Are you all right? You fell over after the fight. There was something here, but I couldn't see it clearly. You saw a vision? Strange that I could not make it out. Strong spirits are usually quite clear to me. Please tell me if you have any more. We shouldn't stay here. It isn't safe. There's so much pain and suffering in this place that I can barely think. What did Zeus say again? A clearing near Tien's Landing across the bridge in south? Sounds simple enough.
Здорово. Да пока не знаю. Может вообще никакого. Будет видно. Как говорится, следи, что запущу. Вот, будешь в курсе событий. Вот, но пока я вообще хз. Что там сегодня будет еще?
Thousand cuts. This is the end. Long sword. I must break.
Ты что делаешь? Блядь, дебил! Ой, дебил! Как бы в эту в текстуру уперся и не прыгал. Блять, я тебя в рот ебал. Сука.
Do you feel that? Something is here. Something that hates the living.
Long sword. Thousand cuts.
Ой, это старая игра. Блин, боже, там 2005 года.
Fell from the sky, but he carried a piece of your amulet.
Там
It
типа
was
на
separated,
китайскую
broken
там
apart,
тематику.
so your enemies could not find it easily.
Блин.
You have the second piece fell here with its minder, hidden until waters receded. A guardian protects it. Wait, these three pieces.
Are you all right? You fell over after the... You saw a vision? Strange. We shouldn't stay here. What did Zeus say again?
Там типа будет там этот там мир духов, там, блин, нахуюхов, короче. Такое. Спасти мир там эти, там, чтобы там духи там смогли там найти там дорогу назад там в мир духов. Вот, а пока типа мир духов закрыт там из-за деяния там одного козлоида. Я понял. Понял.
Thousand cuts.
Ёбаный, что, блять, нашел. Да, блядь, идите нахуй. Нет. Педобира, блин. Ну так она старая, боже. Этой игре уже там уже реально уже 20 лет, считаю, что. Ну, 19, хорошо, 19, не 20. Ну, как говорится, хрен речи не слаще. Надо бы сохраниться. Надо сохраниться, а тут такое делаешь, что, блин. Упрешься куда-нибудь жопой, и тебя выебут, блин. Надо беречь тыл. Поэтому возьмем сразу.
Thousand cuts. Long sword. Thousand cuts. You won't see me.
И так будет с каждым. Пока меня не выебут. Пока меня не выебут, так будет с каждым. А вы что думали? Все просто? Не-не-не. Что там? О, вот это походу что-то крутое. Ну-ка. О, вот это, кстати, заебись. Блять, вот так что ли? А не так. Вот так, вот. Ясно. Надо быть этим мудаком, типа, чтобы его юзать, да? Я понял. Сжатого кулака. Тут, короче, типа, как во всех биоварных играх, там эти, там которые были Mass Effect, там Котор, вот, там типа, нам дают быть каким-то, типа, хорошим, плохим, короче. Ясно, это, короче, только для мудака, да? Угу. Это для мудака. А, да, типа можно 2 было ставить? 3, чё? А, можно только 3 поставить, да? А где я тут камень нашел? Офигеть. Устрашение 5. Ну, пиздец. Не, ну ладно, меня устраивает. По пути мудака мы не идем. Мы нормальные. Вроде как.
Stop where you are. Death's Hand should know better than to send his minions out alone. It is clear that you are one of his hirelings, or perhaps one of Gao the Greater's marauding pirates. You will pay for the crimes you have committed. Don't waste your last breath on lies. I didn't get there in time to help anyone, but I saw you lead the massacre in Two Rivers. Clearly you were involved. Death's Hand went too far in ordering its destruction, and Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you.
1,000 cuts.
The way you move seems odd. A flaw I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me, if I allowed such insolence. You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous, and Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile. So it would appear. You lack their branding, but if you are not one of them, who are you? A monk? A mercenary? A bandit? You chase a great evil, larger than you realize. Leave and you may survive. Others have tried to face Death's Hand, but were destroyed, as Two Rivers was. Your honor sends you toward peril, but you do not flinch from it. A trait of fools, and perhaps the occasional hero. I also seek answers from Death's Hand and his minions. If you truly oppose him, you will need to find your way to the Imperial City. Of course, only the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please, thanks to Gao. Travel routes by land and water are blocked, but they use wind maps and flyers to further their goals here and in the surrounding forest. Perhaps, if you are capable, we will meet again. I wish you good luck, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
You should get going to Tian.
This area is off limits. Intruders will be executed. I am a soldier of the Imperial Army, sent by Death's Hand to destroy anyone foolish enough to enter this place. Unfortunately, this includes you.
Wait, stop! I'm not your enemy. I swear by my ancestors, I'm not your enemy. I'm not even a soldier. Even though I wear this uniform, I'm no soldier. My name is Chen Yi. I'm just a simple peasant from the town of One Stone. These soldiers passed through my village a few weeks ago. One of them angered the Lotus assassin who was in charge, and the assassin killed him. As I was coming back in from the fields, they grabbed me to fill his place. They put this uniform on me, bloodstains and all, and told me I was in the army. I will do my best, but I don't know anything. The Lotus assassins just told us to guard the gate while they searched the ruins. That's all, I swear. They are evil, pure evil. They forced me to serve them. They would have killed me if I disobeyed. I had no choice but to guard this... I don't know, I was here on the far side of the gate, and the gate itself is locked. Only the Lotus assassins themselves... No, nothing. Only that the gate leading into them was locked. The Lotus assassins had to get a key for... But I think the ruins are haunted. I hear strange sounds coming from beyond the gates. But even the threat of ghosts can't keep the assassins from their search. Of course, Great One. I will return to my village and lead an upright life of farming and praying. Thank you for sparing me. Thank you.
You showed great compassion to that poor man. I am glad to see you can be merciful as well. There is something dangerous beyond these gates.
Ah, you found your way. Good. I decided there wasn't much point in staying with the flyer. It's not going to get much worse in my opinion. Here, I salvaged this gem out of some sort of power source. I imagine you will have some use for it. Now that we're here, we should see if anyone knows anything about flyers. Maybe whoever is in charge of the town can help us get underway again. I will stay here at this new camp unless you need me. It seems like a good enough place to base ourselves out of.
I can't believe Two Rivers is gone. It was home. The people there were the only family I've known.
I understand, Dawnstar, but the path you are on may lead to even darker places.
I don't want to think like that. We will set things right. We have to.
Returning your friends was never an option, but there are a great many more things that you can lose.
Чего? Опять, Леха, ты о чем? Я же говорил, типа, что это самое, что тут как в этом самом сделали, как в Mass Effect, как в Котории. Выбор, по которому ты идешь. По типу, там, герой, отступник в Массаче, этот, блин, Табуро, там, тьма там в этом, в Котории, и тут то же самое там. Только тут это пишется как путь открытого кулака и сжатой ладони. Инь-янь, бля. как то, что это который, я не говорил, не надо здесь. Я типа сказал, что Близзарды тогда очень любили заниматься вот такой же самой штукой.
Nara earphone wonu kanawa ofa ear kanawa wonu.
Mother and I are getting out of this town. If you have any sense, you'll do the same.
Akwak wo so sonia sona phonia sisa ear nawako. Uksair wak unanikiro. Nana wo nafak suno.
It's sure to be more exciting than this dead place.
Koni okioia kawaia wo kawaia watita osia kwanif nipawia. Piaia uksaia sinini sisaia rusta atapafawaia sumpuno ko suir toerok. Ukir neko sise saia wosair nifu sisaia ifo woso no koso aia saia kanoa fwaranuir. Uyoir apafawaia sisi tu tok. Uyoir wak finir sier. Wo tawa yer kupia kawia nakawia ituki.
Those holdings near here, and he has flyers.
Pia yer uksayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawayer sumpuno ko suir toerok. Sisayer ifok woso no koso ayer ya. Sayer kanoa fwaranuir. Pawoyer astir wo sayer ifasaya wa kawi shir. Wo tawa yer kupia kawia nakawia ituki. Wo nipi yer uksayer sisini nisayer wusta. Wo ifu yer Ukir nekpo sise sayer wosayer nifuyer. Noni wo sayer tar wo wir. Noni wo sayer tar wo wir ignisaro kunkna. Uyo wir apafawayer sisi tu tok. Uyer wak finir sier. Koni okioyer kawayer wo kawayer watita osia kwanif.
Ой, ну и дура, конечно. Рид, блядь, в лесах лучше, чем в городе. Ну, конечно, блядь, лучше. Да.
Out of our way, woman. In this town, we don't step aside for you. You step aside for us.
The peasants of this village may cower before you, but I do not. If you are smart, you will apologize for your behavior and walk away.
Don't tell me what to do. You think I won't hit a woman? You have to learn your place. This whole town... What are you looking at? This doesn't concern you. Time to teach you all a lesson.
1,000 cuts. Long sword. You can't keep up.
was back at the camp when I heard the sounds of battle. I got here as fast as I could, though obviously I arrived too. Hui, what are you doing here?
It's been a long time, Zhu. I haven't seen you since that night. I did as you asked. The child is safe. I made sure of that.
I know. After we spoke, I followed you. I wanted to be sure she was given a good home. You did well, Hui. Hui and I knew each other long ago. She was a soldier and I needed her help. There was a child, an orphan. I knew Hui could find a good home for her. She was just a girl. Her parents were dead. I couldn't look after her. She's safe. That's all you need to know. She doesn't concern you. Besides, we don't have time to worry about something that happened almost 20 years ago.
Yes, those are old worries. Thank you for your actions today. Even if these men were no real threat, just simple sailors frustrated at the There are pirates in the area, and they pose a far greater danger. You will likely encounter them, especially if you are the one I am waiting for. As Sagacious Su mentioned, my name is Hui. Tell me, young man. I have waited here many years for the arrival of one special fighter. Your master, Sun Li, bid me to wait until you...
So it's true. Master Li really is the Emperor's brother. I wish I had known.
He is gone, isn't he? Taken by the Lotus assassins just as he thought. He knew they were always searching. They are right to fear him and his legacy. The glorious strategist was certain the path to the Imperial City would bring you here. He was also very specific about how I present my information. I served under Sun Li and was one of a few soldiers he trusted enough to contact after Dirge fell. Li knew the events there would have He told me of the weeks-long siege and how spirit monks were slaughtered so his brother could take their temple. It was madness. The Emperor killed the water dragon itself.
The water dragon? The shepherd of the dead, a goddess of rebirth. To try and steal her power, to even think it could be attempted.
There are many beings that exist beyond our experience. The heavens are governed by a celestial bureaucracy. Most appear to have little influence, but some, like the water dragon, have a portfolio that grants exceptional status. She was said to have governance over the Great Wheel. She was not a maker, but all life that ended passed her gaze before returning to the earth in another form. Sun Hai sought rebirth. Her body was taken to the palace as a grim trophy of the power that ended the long drought. All the while, the people hailed the Emperor as a hero, ignorant of the price. The water dragon's power was tied to her temple at Dirge and the strength of her servants. When the spirit monks were slain and Dirge fell, she became vulnerable. Her physical form could be injured, but she was also a god. Maybe her spirit still exists. I don't know. I'm no expert on the heavens. Even a god is not invincible. They have their place and it can be challenged. Sun Li could not stop the slaughter of the spirit monks. He fled the battle with you in his arms. Most believe Sun Li fell at Dirge, a lie spread by the Emperor. A handful of us knew that he lived, and we also learned the terrible price. Li's wife was with child, his daughter born in the Imperial Palace while he was at Dirge. He never saw her. Within weeks of the siege, the Emperor had Li's family executed.
Executed? Murdered? The Lotus assassins would have cut them down. A mother and newborn child.
He probably didn't think his family would be harmed, but even had he known, he might still have saved you. Lee knows you have a destiny to fulfill. The natural order has been disrupted. There is much to say, but first I was instructed to impart some very specific knowledge. Your math...
You can trust we, so I don't think there's any reason for me to stick around. I'll be back at the camp if you need...
Zhu is an honorable man. Not a good man, perhaps, but an honorable one. Now to your training. A brief description will reinforce in your mind the style you saw me use. Certain lessons had to be withheld until you were ready for the attention they will bring. Sun Li taught me so that I would teach you. I must train you in Spirit Thief. Magic and weapons tire you. Draw on them too much and you could be left defenseless. Spirit Thief restores your chi, prolonging your ability to fight or ignore wounds. It is especially useful when enemies are immune to basic martial attacks, when you must use magic or weapons. It can even immobilize a foe, allowing time to recover even more. This short lesson should be enough for now. Come speak with me in the tea house. We will talk of your master and more.
Is there anything you need? No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind, although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li. Zhu made it quite clear what we must do. I do not like the area around this place. Maybe I just feel this way because of what happened. I will, but I cannot help worrying or thinking about what has happened. That is very sweet of you to say. We should get back. Beware.
Please excuse me. I know I shouldn't be crying in public like this, but I just can't help it. Please, I'm just a humble woman. My name is Seamstress Lawn, and I have a problem I don't know how to solve. It's my fiancé, Baker Bay. Every day a group of thugs attacks him and beats him up. He tries to avoid them. The beatings are getting worse. I'm terrified they're going to kill him. After I saw you take off. But there isn't! My poor Bay has done nothing to these men. They attack him for... Thank you so much, kind sir. You don't know what this means to me. If our first... Bay is down at Beggar's Pier right now in the southeast corner of town. If you hurry, you can probably get there before the thugs attack him today. Did you go down to Beggar?
You really shouldn't be here. Mr. Tay does not like others to observe him working.
Who let you back here? It's bad enough I must work. Do thugs like you think you can just walk back here for food any time? If I wanted human
Why a trough? Well, we don't feed the animals, Mr. Tay. That's handled by the farmer.
Step back, Mr. Wong. You just... step. A polite response from one of you strangers? Go on, don't wait. Me? There's nothing to know about me.
Your palate is very sophisticated, Mr. Tay. Some say your dishes are,
No, I am quite certain that the problem is with the customers. Mr. Wong is here to cut the vegetables and heft the rice bags. His job does not include criticizing the menu.
But I am learning. I will train hard to become the best chef I can.
There's a small chance he could become slightly more than nothing, but I've seen no sign of it as yet. Some people are heroes. Then go walk around it. I do not... The spirit world. You were talking about If you want some deeper... I hear stories just like everyone else, but they are always told by some scared farmer. Good. I need to concentrate on the menu. Oh, don't... Thank you, Mr. Wong.
I can't speak with you. Mr. Tay is very strict with his apprentices.
This tea house must be popular. It seems like quite a prominent structure.
You're a stranger here, aren't you? I know everyone in Tian's Landing, and I've never seen you before. You should turn right around and leave this town. Everything in Tian's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is... You don't know? The Great Dam has been opened, and now the river's level has dropped. It's too low, and the merchants can't buy goods from the Imperial City. The traders can't sell to the outside world. And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the pirates to worry about, too. They've been raiding the countryside, taking prisoners.
The Emperor doesn't care about us. That's why he sent someone like Shang.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Longsword. Spirit Thief. This is 1,000 cuts. Let's dress these long sword. Spirit thief. You're too slow. Thousand cuts. This is the end.
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade. The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prized pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when he intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk. I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries, and it was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too. Yes, Sun Lee intended you to find it. I was to tell you about it if anything happened to him. It was the last order. I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least. It is coming on 15 years now. As I said, I learned the location of the amulet after the monk died in Old... I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. I did so. It is in the ruins. You must find it before... The gates leading to the ruins are locked, but Minister Shang can give you the key. You can find... I suspect the minister is eager to have someone investigate the opening of the Great Dam. You can use this as an excuse to get the key and... You are wise to ask. Spirit Thief is always useful. It is common to get run down or injured during battle, and you can tire... When you are feeling such a drain on your resources, switch to Spirit Thief, and each successful blow will restore you slightly. The drain... If you power through an opponent's guard with its strongest attack, it can briefly immobilize an enemy. If you use that time to attack with another style, be careful. Your opponent may not be as vulnerable as they seem. Spirit Thief does no damage to your opponent. Each successful hit instead restores your magic styles tax you, wear you down. Pirates have raided local villages using flyers, swooping down like locusts. Minister Shang said he would stop them, but his promises have done nothing. You can find Shang near his still smoldering office in the center of town. I'm sure he will welcome your assistance, even if your reasons are your own. Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first. I am Three Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Kwan. Don't be stupid. You saw what this man did to those sailors. He'd leave you broken and bleeding on the floor, and I have no... Forgive my God. His intentions are good, but I'd love to answer your questions, but now...
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not... I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish Old Mother Kwan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Kwan. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm gonna be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses. I can't say too much about him. He's my boss, after all. Mostly, he just sits in the corner and... It's a shame Mother Kwan had to give the place up. She didn't waste her days getting drunk, and she didn't make me practice giving out advice all... It's complicated. If you want the whole story, talk to old Mother Kwan. I'll just keep practicing my advice. Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Just... Hello! Slow down, my friend. I can't serve you wine yet. I'm not a real barkeep. Master Dutong just has me... Master Dutong wants me to practice giving out advice.
Can't you just leave an old man in peace? I'm nobody important. Nobody. Sorry doesn't count for much. Nothing. It's not important. Not anymore. Just...
Wosansiasono go boko. Wokupketita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wono. Niwupa ia kupusa ia awat kraka ia, nano ukpiat shatya kraka ia, nano uksaro, wono. Ikakahia wono kakikia ia, wo shathia o. Wosoawi ia ni tu uksumpono. Piat shatya kraka ia nano uksaro wono fatasia. Wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia ifaria ok. Wokupkethita sumpon?
Leave Zhang alone.
Zhang, you can't stay up here forever. This isn't your home.
No. Zhang not want to go home. Zhang doesn't want...
It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I need you back at the...
No. Leave Zhang alone, or Zhang get angry and...
No. Please don't, Zhang. I'll just go... What? Oh, hello there. Don't let Zhang bother. I am Dong Ping, Zhang's employer. Zhang works on my farm, but the other day he accidentally killed one of my... Some of the patrons here are unnerved by his size. I'm worried that if he doesn't leave, if he gets hurt, or worse, I'll be ruined. I can't run the farm. You will? I must warn you, Zhang is, well, Zhang the ox carrier came by his name honestly. I would hate to see him hurt you or anybody else for that.
Go away. Zhang kill ox. Zhang too strong, too rough with ox. Zhang not want to hurt ox. Ox like to play with Zhang. Ox like it when Zhang throw her in the air and catch her. Ox was Zhang's friend. Zhang kill. Master already have another ox. Poor ox. Zhang killed oxes. Zhang is lonely. Ox must be lonely too. Maybe Ox will forgive Zhang and we be friends again. I will. You have been nice to Zhang. Zhang like.
Thank you so much. I was at my wit's end. Come, Zhang.
Zhang coming.
Thank you for getting rid of that thing. Business is bad enough without that ogre scaring away my customers. Here's a little something to thank you. It's not much.
Do you mind? I'm in no mood for... I am at the stage of my life in which I long for companionship. A wife with intellect and refinement comparable, but just slightly Unfortunately, this town presents scant opportunity for a suitable match. Seamstresses, barmaids... Or perhaps everyone else's standards are far too low. I shall not allow myself to be... Farewell.
I may be drunk, but that doesn't mean I am a drunk, because I'm not. I'll be a hero. That'll show him. Well, that'll show...
You've been saying that for 3 days, Rue. Minister Shang's already looking for other people to close the dam.
I doubt that man could open a door, never mind a dam.
Those sailors are the worst. They're rude and crude, and they don't keep their hands to themselves.
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that. Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. So... Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then, turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master... Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire... That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but all this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head.
Why do you persist in troubling me? All... Oh, certainly. The Imperial Writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time. And the writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Quan. I'm not about to bring it out. What a truly horrible thing to say to me. Especially... Your accusations grow tiresome, stranger. You have no proof that I cheated old Mother Quan.
Hello again. I would rather have kept my... That Imperial Writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice. Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway. What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still... Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ, and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong... Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed. It won't be quite that easy. I've watched Dutong for quite a while, and when he's drinking, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he... By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting... Good. We'll get him to admit... You should speak to Dutong. No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial Seasoned Spirits. The Imperial Seasoned Spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up. 1 drink for Master Dutong, come... 1 drink for Master... 1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? Good. We'll get it.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the trap? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Confess my sins. Then I'll feel better. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ.
Boss, what are you saying? I better sober you.
Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh, that stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of... And now I have the strangest memory. As if I... Oh, no. What? No, I never said any such thing.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but... Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Kwan's a good woman.
Boss, people aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'll be nice to have Old Mother back in charge again. You should tell Mother Kwan she got her tea house back. Now things can go back to the way they were.
I knew you would make the right choice. We share the same master, and he taught us both.
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're... A forgery? That scoundrel! No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. For good. And...
Hooray for Mother Kwan!
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you... I don't have much. The only reward I can... My hero returns. Remember...
Praise the Emperor! Old Mother Kwan is back in charge, and I'm back steeping...
I suppose you have done a just thing here, but remember, you really shouldn't waste your time here. It is said that the water dragon is the... As you see, I know little about the celestial powers. I knew less. I don't know how the attack was made or what blade could...
Everything is right again. Thank you for putting Old Mother Kwan back in charge.
Why? I am at the... Your jibes, Canary. Farewell. Perhaps we shall...
Vos ansias?
Can't you just... Why are you bothering me? I've done nothing to you.
Да ёпта, Дэй. Что за баги, блядь?
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. Is there...
Блядь, забагалась нахуй. Ну ёб твою, что Дэй, сука. Что за долбоёбство такое? Ну пиздец. Охуеть не встать, блять. Максимальная жопа. Ёба народ.
No problem. We have two sources. One drink for Master Tutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you?
What?
Ой. Максимально неприятная херня только что была.
Well, this has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui,
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist.
you would be better served by asking his favorite student. He was at the school 3 years before I was.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we're done, given the Spirit Monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted.
Bad omens. What makes you think that?
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Li was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant... Yes, I guess so. I wasn't there, of course. No one but you survived. I guess someone saw it, but I don't know where Dirge is or how far the... It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on...
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky. Yes? Nothing to concern yourself over. It was nothing. Some vagrant waif I passed off after making sure its belly... I know Hui to be a truthful and honorable person. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. The Emperor subject to the common vice of deception. Perhaps. But that too implies a weakness that the... I warn you, this will lead in a dangerous direction. Just don't blame me when the whole world is against... You will need more than my help. Just try not to endanger your companions. I am always agitated. It is because of my training. You likely have similar feelings when trained to be as vicious as the assassins or when you are the protege. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand... Once again, I cast doubt upon myself. It seems I am destined to garner suspicion. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not all... Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I... Good. I don't know what else I can do for you right now.
Is there anything you need? No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Although your company is always welcome. Strange enemies, troubling plots...
Welcome, stranger! Welcome to beautiful Tien's Landing. Things can't be that bad, right? After all, you're here. If the town was truly doomed... In fact, I think your presence here is a sure sign that things will get better. They always do. It's like my father used to say, the greater the problem, the greater the solution. Denial? Preposterous! Sure, half the people have moved away, and those who stayed have mostly given up. But does my optimism mean I'm in denial? Of course not! I mean, none of the I admit that some see our Imperial Minister Shang as, well, not entirely competent or capable of dealing with our problem. The Great Dam's been opened in the river level. Basically, we're... Can you imagine? They have no faith in the... Denial? He's in the town square, the highest point in Tien's Landing. Just... Minister Shang may not have the best reputation, but I'm sure that's just gossip.
Hello, and welcome to Chuman's Woodcrafts. I'm afraid I don't have any woodwork. I'm Chuman the Craftsman. Nobody important. There are several customers who owe me money, but with the dam open, times are hard. And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the raw materials to make my woodwork. No, that won't be necessary. I don't want to call... You might be right. I'm a fine craftsman, but a noble offer, but I must refuse. Prospects for my shop are poor. There are several customers who owe me money, but with the dam open, times are hard. And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the... Farewell.
This here's a private club. You can't. No chance. It's braced.
healed. I'm healed.
Look at all these people here. When my old father... Back on the farm, I ain't never seen so many people. My name's Tian, but everyone calls me Big Tian because I'm so big. You wouldn't happen to know any pretty young gals, would you? Well, that's a real shame. If you run... Hello? Price? What are you talking about? I just want a nice...
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime...
It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face...
Hold on a sec. We've got company.
You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we got
1,000 cups.
You won't see me here!
Spirit thief.
I'm too much for you.
1,000 cuts.
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that? They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger. You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Yes, you're right, of course. I suppose I can't fault Lan for being worried about me. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming... Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout at the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her. She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose. I'm being completely honest, I swear. I know how this looks. You must think I've done something to deserve this, but No. Lan's very emotional. I didn't want her to get upset. At first, I didn't tell her anything at all. But even then, I didn't mention Eiling. It's bad enough what's happening to me. I was afraid if Lan became more involved, Eiling might hurt her too. Thank you so much. Eileen and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just...
This here's a private... Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Be careful in here. I don't relish the idea of fighting my way out of this place.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson. You'd think after all the beatings I gave them over the years they'd be used to losing. But they're still taking it pretty hard. Maybe the humiliation... Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. I know what you're thinking. Why would Bay want to marry someone like me? I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. Yeah, okay. If he has the guts to come here and face me, I'll talk to him.
Lan, what are you doing here?
I figure we better get all the secrets out, Bay. If Lon's going to...
She said there was something I need to know, Bay. What's What's going on? What? Bay, how could you?
I didn't. It's a lie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Not since we were kids.
Don't pretend like you don't remember, Bay. It was summer, and we were sitting on a little raft catching fish. I was crying, so you took my hand and said, "I think you're pretty, Eileen."
What? But that was years ago. We were kids. We were only 6 years old. You can't hold me to that. Kids say all kinds of things, Eileen. Remember when you took my frog and I called you a bully? You swore you'd never speak to me again. But that same day you gave me the frog back. You said you'd never, ever, ever do anything to make me unhappy.
It meant something to me, Bay. You were the only boy who didn't tease me. The only one. Well, yes, I did say that. But that was when we were still friends. Yes, but... well... you're right. I know you're right. Bay's right. We were just kids. I guess I can't hold him to his promise.
If I had more, I would gladly give it to you. But my family isn't rich. This dowry is all I have.
After all you've done for us, now you are letting Lan keep her dowry as well?
You've done so much for us, and we've given you so...
I'm glad everything worked out for you two, and I'm sorry, Bay. I don't know what came over me.
It's okay, Eileen.
Come on, Bay. Let's...
You got something to say, you say it to Eileen. She's in charge here.
I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because... This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean... I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Huh. You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what. You find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. He's definitely... Chuman the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim.
Welcome back to Truman's Woodcrafts. It's a shame my business... You are well informed about our little town, stranger. It's true, I've thought about marriage. Sometimes I've even thought a good woman could help. Why do you bring this up? Eileen, the gang leader? She's beautiful, to be sure, but I've heard her beauty is only surpassed... Well, she did turn that gang of thugs into a rather efficient criminal organization. I guess it couldn't hurt to go talk to her. Come on, let's go see Hello, Eileen. I'm Truman the Craftsman. I'm pleased to meet you.
What's wrong with you? You look like you're gonna throw up. If you vomit on my...
Forgive me, but this isn't easy. Things are moving quite quickly here. I'm more used to taking things slow and careful. Perhaps it's the nature of being a craftsman.
That's right. You're a woodworker, aren't you? I remember seeing your wares in the market square. You've made some beautiful pieces.
I'm an excellent craftsman, but I'm terrible at business. Between suppliers who don't deliver what they promise and customers who won't pay, I can barely afford to feed myself.
You're a sensitive man, Truman. You have the gentle soul of an artist. What you need is a woman with some steel in her spine to back you up.
I'd like that, Eileen. I've often thought that if I had someone strong by my side, someone to help me, I could turn things around.
I think Truman and I should spend some more time getting to know each other. Just the two of us. You lived up to your part of the bargain and brought me a decent prospect. So
I've never seen so much silver before. I've been owed it, but I never managed to collect.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
I never knew you were such a romantic, though I always knew you had a generous heart.
Your move, old goat.
Pretty.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni Onoyu Tashika will Fonil Sataraponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
This is bad. Oh, this is bad. River dried up, pirates everywhere. This is worse.
The folks...
Yeah, get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing.
You ever seen a ghost?
If one more of these villagers sneers at me, I'm going to start punching.
Yeah, get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
Hey? I'm Wei. Some call me Old Wei, but that's because they don't know Old Chan. If I'm old, he's ancient. He's at least a week older than me. Of course, we're both pretty old compared to most. 18 years ago, Emperor Sun was young and flush with success from ending the drought. He began public work. The workmen came and started building it near our town. We were not engineers, and so we were not... Most were unconcerned. After all, if there were any danger, the Emperor would... The town flooded. We took what we could and fled. Mothers ran about screaming. Some folks climbed to the roofs of their houses and refused to leave. But we survivors straggled upriver. Some collapsed. I carried a boy and a girl, and I saw another boy fall, but I couldn't carry him. Finally, I fell over too. The Great Dam had created an enormous lake, and we settled our new town on the banks. Life went on, but no word ever came from the Imperial City. No warning, no explanation. Did we displease the Emperor? The crewmen who manned the Great Dam would come to town. You look like you know how to fight. We farm and fish. If one or all choose to be cruel... The people started a new life here, but there was much pain and sorrow. Conversations would trail off. At night you could hear women sobbing. Finally, people stopped talking about the past and... a few months ago, the Emperor's engineers and soldiers left. There wasn't anyone around. The water drained, revealing the old ruin. I don't know what made the Great Dam open. Some say it was ghosts. Oh, we don't know how. We're simple people, and the Great Dam is... Oh.
Don't bother me. I may be...
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere. Oh, recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's Landing, there are those who say... Some say that Death's Hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire. However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness... I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here and there. But I do not have any, nor do... I have the finest selection of seed, I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fish nets. I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold. I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic. Who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry 2 babies in it? Very well.
Do none of you seek honor? Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test? Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with The great southern forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. If we did, Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. As I said, the trees in the great southern forest sicken, and the paths fill with... No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the road. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord, the path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp.
Konio nuyo, kokeir tatasina. Sun puno onu yusir, taikunpa ibnano pir. Wonoir efuir, uk sum norgfonir sier sisitu. Satha afsoir, uk napir anigir nin. Owo sair u yukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shathir owo. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir finopifu. Wonoir efuir uk sum norgfonir sier sisitu. Satha afsoir, uk napir ani usosir uthak tarwair shathir owosu. Wo quair ano uyu, kubkithir soso wawer wakwakir tower wo. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir finopifu.
It is not easy to be Minister Shane. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Sheng oversees nothing in... This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Who cares about that? The Great Dam was opened by... No, I cannot say. It is too dangerous. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to... Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in... I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasant... Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the... I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the room... But if I happen to lose the key and someone happen to find it... Think about what? I don't know what you're talking about. Perhaps I could direct you to the historic ruins of our old town, which lie across the foot, strictly for interest. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the... I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. Yes, yes, go and leave, Minister. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were... I suppose... Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the... The pirates are just one more affliction that plagues this... They raid the surrounding countryside, swooping down with their flyers. Fortunately, they haven't attacked the town itself yet. Yes, I believe that was his name. Gao. An unsavory character. The pirates have been operating in this area for many years, or so I was told. However, things became... The pirates started using flyers. But the only approach is by river. I suppose...
Wosiwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nupapop. Okniko fia apania sa tatasi no ni nano yok yo wea sonsi ia wo yo we. Okniko fia apania sa tatasi no ni nano yok yo wea sonsi ia wo yo we. Ni wupa ia kupu sa ia awath kraka ia nano uk. Ni wu sosawa ia wa tasi no ni nano. Ni wupa ia kupu sa ia awath kraka ia nano uksaro iso wak nikano wo. Okniko fia apania sa tatasi no ni nano yoki. Wonoa ia sususatia son sifonia son. Kutkosi wiwa ia wonoa ia ifo wiya. Piershat uk ni uksa ia sun puno ka. Kutkosi wiwa ia wonoa ia. Oso awi ia ni tuwo uk sun puno. Utatsa ia oka yowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta. Awath ut.
Yukut ni kunk uno sa ison kudnoka ukyorir.
Are you getting slow?
Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno.
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the Lion, if you please.
Wotowir uk kawana ir usoana da hoki. Niato wonanapadi irovir.
You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment.
Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Okie fakarea, ni ukoristoipa.
Do not be so hasty, Jian. You did not turn me aside all those years ago.
Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi. Wonakapir sari awaf, van sier surufus isinosaurus usuno.
Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player.
Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno. Niato wonanapadi.
Forgive him. Had my former master bothered to remember his manners, he might have told you that we are not from...
Nikasurir kwana no koni uk nawata ir, nik nipier. Wonakapir.
Jian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you will...
Sisair pawaro, tikotro tuaso.
I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it.
Ipanar nuko iwa ir, Nika sanaria, iroro ni nuasa irkana.
He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and
Usair kokonato, tanatia, katana no, shafatoyo.
always a pleasure to talk. Stone Immortal allows you to control the Earth. To understand the Earth, you must be aware of all things around. That is why Stone Immortal is only taught to those who follow the way of the open palm. We come here each year to play Yi. Its mysteries are subtle, but the play of white on black, the struggle for territory, and to be fair, I'm not sure if we enjoy the game. You should ask Jian. He is the expert. Stone Immortal allows you to understand the Earth. You know my name. That's really all that's important, isn't it? Not many know. A wonderful province, and yes, one that I call home. Of course, the Imperial City still stands as the greatest city, but Phoenix Gate has its own. Each year, Jian and I make our way here to the Seat of Heaven province to meet for a few days of Yi. I was once his student, until I decided I couldn't agree with all of his teachings. He was an excellent... 20 years have passed since we parted ways, and while we disagree on principle, I can't help but feel... This is why we only meet once a year to play Yi.
Sisaya Pawaro. Ukirwir. Ipanar nuku iwa ir nikasanaria iruro ninua sa irkana. Niato nonapadi irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Nikasurir kwanano kuni ugnawata ir niknipier. Onawa ferro so kuna satakwana uno nap sier ritsutata sier. Wowo sun punono yapapat nasia wir sai sair yagoak kokonato sieri pan. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk, wo nigasurier kwanano koni ugnawate. Wo nakapir sari awaf, van sier surufus isinosorius usuno. Wo towe ukawana ir, sata tawe ir, wo nawa fu kuno sukutnia. Since you could nikunk uno sa is nararo na pira.
It did not prove so weak when we clashed, Jian.
O no you wakits was so iroko shosi.
Oh. You have some understanding of the way of the open palm. Return to me when you feel you understand the way of the open palm. Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Hello. You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang, but for now, I am just...
Utatsaya okayoe. Utatsaya.
These docks remind me of the fishermen in Two Rivers.
Another day, another bowl of rice, I hope.
Is the Emperor really 10 feet tall? Does he really float?
Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Hello there. I haven't spotted you around Tian's Landing before. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, you know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teach. I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques. I'd be happy to. Let's see.
Впечатляет. Концентрация плюс 15. Охренеть! То, что минус 3 дает. Ну хотя, блин, слушай, концентрация 3. Крови 7 минус 3. Ага. Ну, я подумаю, вот это прикольно, конечно. Концентрация плюс 15.
It's not much of a story, really. I was quite young, and my master felt I was... He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing. As I said, I'm not really from... I get the sense that he doesn't do much about it, but...
Stop right there! I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then...
I've had enough of you and your order.
Now get back in that ship! I'm your captain, under...
Well, you're still the captain. For now. But if you don't get us out of this town...
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets... I'm Captain Ing. This is my ship, the Lucky Knight. She's a fine... We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the... The moment I saw you, I knew you were the fearless sort. I hoped you would offer to help. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth... Please.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and... Figurine? You mean that clay statue? Pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. My ma used to have figurines like that. I ain't seen her in a long time. I really miss her. A gift from his ma? Oh, jeez, I guess he probably wants it back, huh? Here, take the figurine. Yeah. I don't mean it cause no trouble. I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need some... What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and... They must protect themselves. You see? Your every action, at each... If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. I have no time.
Your move, old goat. Always a... You have some understanding. Reach...
Konionuyu. Wo yakuptir, nishin warwair, akwiwo ofir, san kasowir wo siyutana.
Is there anything...
Да блядство, опять, сука, забагалась эта хуета. Ну ёб тудей. Ой, пиздец какой-то. В рот оно ебись. Ну ебан... Блядь, ебанько. Наконец-то. Нормально, жесть, блин. Когда такие баги начинаются, очень бесит.
If you can't feel it, then this feeling is as magical as it is foul. We should be on our guard.
Slow.
We hurried down as quickly as we could, but I see you had the situation well and... They grow worse by the day, and I've almost given up hope of finding a solution. My manners desert me. I am Lord Yun, owner of this land. You should turn back south to Tien's Landing. This is the safest part of the Great Southern Forest. Help me. That's certainly a kind... Wait a moment. You don't look like a pilgrim or one of the poor folk trying to escape Tien's Landing. Even caravans employing skilled warriors have been forced to turn back under these ghosts' assaults. I could... They're quite common around the Imperial City. The trick is to obtain a wind map that allows... Acquiring that chart was a hard-fought battle. Indeed, though you would also need a flyer with enough fuel. Then again, you seem resourceful, and I believe resourceful people find ways to get things done. Perhaps you could get something done for me. If so, I might be persuaded to foolishly risk them. The deal is simple. Find out why my land sickens. Two things threaten the entire length and breadth of this forest. The trees blacken with disease. I suspect that these things are related and, more importantly, that they're She is a powerful spirit that has long been an ally of my family. Personally, I've had little. My father and his father before him, however, felt strongly. She is a powerful being, one If this place is filled with ghosts, then I suspect that it is either... She is... I think something is wrong with the forest shadow, and I want you to find... A noble sentiment, but when I look upon these trees, I'm afraid that you may have to destroy her. Make your way up this ancient trail, and when you come to a fork, once there, find my hunter Spearcatch's Leaf, if he still lives. He claimed to remember some sort of ritual that my forebears used. You might also want to keep an eye out for some small shrines that are scattered about the... I was beginning to think there may be no... Find Spearcatch's Leaf at the temple above.
This forest is so troubled. We were well sheltered in Two Rivers to not see any of this.
1,000 cuts. Spirit.
I'm too much. You won't see me.
Блять, сука. Эти самонаводящие, блядь, стрелы блядь, из-за спины бесят. Ну чё за хуйня-то? Ну ребята, ну ёбаный ты конь. Да блять, сука, по новой все. Именно.
This forest is so troubled. We were well sheltered in Two Rivers to not see any of this.
Вот из-за чего мне так горит жопа, блин, в старых играх, блять? Это самонаводящие какие-то хуевыские, блядь, снаряды, ну. Просто из-под сараки тебя там, блядь, хуярит эта стрела.
I'm too much for you. You're going down.
Какой, блядь, бред, где долбанутый. Я такой думал, типа, ну, блядь, сохранится. Ай, нахуя, блядь, ну это нахуя. Как говорится, нахуя. А по итогу, блин, еще как хуя. Напрягают эти, блядь, снаряды, эти самонаводящие. Самонаводящие снаряды, блядь. Такой хуйни мы еще не видели, да?
Thousand cuts. You can't. The ghosts attack everyone. They are mad with madness. Thank you for keeping me safe.
Oh, this poor soul has been in the forest. He seems simple as well. I wonder if the horrors of this place...
You have come from TM's Landing? You were. This is good. I was going there, but you're coming here instead. I come from the inn, the Pilgrim's Rest. You must take a message to the town for us. Many people should come to the inn to help us. They can't let us... No, I should return to the inn. They will want to... You should come with me. I can take the message down later, and you will be safe from the... She is a wicked fox spirit. They are tricksters, all of them. The trick she plays, kid. You should stay away from her. She hurts us when we leave. Oh, yes, they must be. She hunts us, and she's dangerous like these ghosts. That can't be right. She is dangerous. You should go... I will go back the way I came, knowing that there are others here. I must go back to the inn to tell them. You should follow the path to the right, not the left. Left goes to the temple, and the forest shadow will kill you. Come, the inn is this way.
Noko u.
1,000 cuts. You're too... You can't keep here. Spirit. 1,000 cuts. You're too slow.
Походу мне пизда.
Spirit. Cuts. Spirit.
Пиздец, лютый ебать. Лютый ебанулся.
can you fight so well when all you do is drink?
It's harder to drink your watered-down swill and face those ghosts. Is everything in this damn forest missing the good... No, hey, that one's got all his parts, and they're...
Wait, no, that's not a... Damn him.
1,000 cuts. Spirit thief. 1,000 cuts. Spirit thief. 1,000 cuts. Spirit thief. 1,000 cuts. Ice shot. 1,000 cuts. Spirit thief. Ice shot. 1,000 cuts. Ice shot. Spirit thief. 1,000 cuts. Spirit thief. 1,000 cuts. You're too slow.
You're no ghost. Hell, you're barely human. No one has ever withstood the axes of the Black. I'm pretty sure I thought you were a ghost. That, and you looked like you might be able to hold your own for a Turns out I sold you short. Easy to do when you're as tall as I am. Anyway, I'm guessing you must be here on Lord Yun's business. You'll want to talk to Spearcatcher's Leaf. He's Lord Yun's man.
I am so very sorry. You must accept my apologies. He is uncontrollable sometimes.
Keep your apologies. That was amazing. Spearcatcher's Leaf is no warrior. He doesn't understand the thrill of victory.
You've just had the unexpected honor of defeating the Black Whirlwind, the self-styled deadliest mercenary in the Jade Empire. Tales say this man once stormed an entire fortress alone, naked and screaming his...
Ha! Scared the tar of those border guards. But they botched the story. I was naked screaming and I was dead drunk. Pretty much the part you'd expect. Makes them curl up and shave.
Yes, I'm Spearcatcher's Leaf, Lord Yun's lead hunter. I learned a ritual from Lord Yun's father, and I had hoped to use it to ask the aid of the Forest Shadow. I've set the fires and the furnaces are ready, but one of the key crystals is missing. Without it, we can't even see what these furnaces are I examined the area when I realized that the crystal was gone, and I stumbled across some strange tracks that lead. I don't know. They look like bare human feet, but the tracks were closely spaced and bore a strange gait, as if a child made them. A deformed child. If there are still people there, then whoever took the crystal might be there as well. But just be careful. You were there to witness it and yet survived. This is very strange indeed. If we can reach... Make your way there. I will stay behind to tend the furnaces. If If you need more information, supplies, or even training, I have a small stock of supplies, and I can also train you to be more precise. Have a look and tell me what you need.
Мгм. Ну,
Look, I'm no good with forest. You know, you wander the countryside, maybe set fire to a few fields. It gets me the ladies. Ah, of course not. Just look at me. A lady's gotta be damn drunk before she be... Well, there was that time during the fall of the Nine Fathers. I was a force of destruction. The streets ran red with blood and everyone I approached screamed, "The Black Whirlwind is here!" It might have been that. Or maybe I thought it up when I was drunk. Either way, it's... good.
Spirit! You won't see me coming! Spirit thief. 1,000 cuts. You're going down. Spirit thief. You won't see me coming. Spirit thief. I'm too much for you. 1,000 cuts. Stressed spirit thief. You're going down. You won't see me 1,000 cuts.
Да, сука, тут еще эта хуйня, блять, которая мобов респавнит. Да вы что, гоните, что ли? Блять, бесячая залупня. Ненавижу такое. А, блять, конечно.
much for you.
Охуеть, я накрашнула. Блять, большое тебе, сука, спасибо, говна кусок, блять. Блять, в рот ебал нахуй эту залупу. Это, блядь, просто ебанько какое-то, блядь. И сейчас я буду, типа, по-новому, блядь, хуяриться с тем говноебом, блядь, черным. Блядь. Сука. Короче, ребят, все, пизду. Я офаю, нахуй. Короче, завтра, не знаю, я продолжу. Ну, потому что, блядь, это бред. Поэтому все, на сегодня все. Игра мне, блядь, сказала, чтобы я шел нахуй. Вот, и просто, блядь, дропнула меня. Вот такая вот загогулина. Ну, ладно, блин, что хотите еще, блин, от игры, там которые, не знаю, там 20 лет, блин, просто вылетел и все. Ладно, на такой горящей ноте моей жопы сегодня стрим я заканчиваю. Ну, по крайней мере, на ютубе. Вот, на каком-нибудь ВК, может, что-нибудь попозже что-нибудь запущу. Все, YouTube пока, до завтра или до послезавтра, я не знаю, когда буду проходить. Вот, посмотрим, что будет завтра, если будет время, пройдем. Если нет, ну, как-нибудь, куда-нибудь. YouTube